All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're pitting the absolute titans of AI video generation against each other. We're talking about the biggest names you're going to hear in 2025: Veo, Sora, Runway, and Synthesia. Our mission? To figure out which one is the perfect tool for whatever you're trying to create. And let's be clear, AI video has officially grown up. We have moved way past those kind of clunky, simple text-to-video gimmicks from a couple years ago. We are now talking about cinematic quality footage, truly interactive avatars, and full-blown automation for big companies. This is a whole new ballgame, a creative revolution.
And that brings us to the real puzzle, doesn't it? With so many powerful tools out there, the big question isn't, can AI make me a video anymore? No, the question is, which one of these AIs is the right partner for my project, for my specific vision? And that's exactly what we're here to figure out.
Okay, let's dive into why this is all happening right now. The entire game has changed because these tools are finally delivering on three huge promises: quality that looks like it belongs on a movie screen, physics that look and feel real, and the power to automate video creation at a massive scale.
So, let's meet our four main champions. Now, each one of these is an absolute powerhouse, but you're going to see they all fight on a very different creative battleground.
First up, we've got Google's Veo 3. The best way to think about this one? It's like having your own personal Hollywood studio. It is built from the ground up for high-fidelity, cinematic storytelling. This makes it the go-to for filmmakers who are planning out their shots or for brands that want to create those really stunning film-quality ads.
Next, there's OpenAI's Sora 2. Now, its focus isn't just on making things look good, it's about making things look real. Think of it less like a studio and more like a virtual physics lab. It's incredible at creating animations where objects actually obey the laws of gravity and bounce off each other with unbelievable realism. Then you've got Runway Gen-3. You know, if Veo is the fancy film studio, Runway is a high-speed content factory. Its entire reason for being is speed and creating lots of content at once. That makes it, without a doubt, the champion for anyone who needs to churn out a ton of engaging stuff for social media.
And finally, we have Synthesia. Now, this one's a different beast entirely. It's not about artistic flair, it's all about clear, scalable communication. It's basically your entire global communications team, right in the box. It's perfect for creating things like corporate training videos, new employee onboarding, and presentations with lifelike AI avatars that can speak multiple languages.
So when you put them all head-to-head on paper like this, the differences just jump right out at you. You can see Veo 3 is pushing for that 4K resolution with professional multi-track audio. Sora, on the other hand, is focused on getting audio perfectly synced for its realistic stories. Runway keeps it simple for social media, and Synthesia just completely dominates when it comes to multi-language voiceovers for its avatars.
And this brings us right to the core decision every single creator has to make. That eternal battle between absolutely breathtaking quality and just breakneck speed. And this slide just says it all, doesn't it? On one side, you have Veo's cinematic realism, perfect for that one epic hero shot with amazing lighting and perfectly smooth motion. Then on the other side, you have Runway's content velocity. It might sacrifice a little bit of that polish, but it's built so you can pump out 50 social media ads in a single week. Two totally different missions, two totally different tools. So how in the world does Sora pull off that crazy realism? Well, the secret sauce is something called a world model. The easiest way to think about it is like a rule book for the laws of physics that the AI has actually learned. It understands how a ball should fall, how water should splash, and how light should cast shadows, and that's what makes its animations so incredibly believable.
You know, audio is not just an afterthought anymore. It's a huge piece of the puzzle, and each platform handles it differently. Veo lets you score your masterpiece like a film right inside the app. Runway pretty much expects you to handle audio separately in another program. And then you've got Synthesia, which is an absolute powerhouse for global teams with built-in voice generation in dozens of languages.
All this power is incredible, right? But what's it actually going to cost you to use it? Let's break down the different pricing models and talk about what you're really getting for your money. A quick look here reveals totally different ways of thinking. Veo, for example, is more of a pay-as-you-go model, charging you for the raw computing power you use per second. Sora and Runways use those more familiar monthly subscriptions with credit packs. And Synthesia has plans that scale all the way from a single user up to huge custom solutions for entire companies.
But the price tag is only half the story. The other half is value, and the impact here can be massive. Get this. Companies using Synthesia for things like corporate and healthcare training have reported cutting their time with live instructors by a staggering 50%. That's a massive return on your investment.
And look, if you're a business, this part is absolutely non-negotiable. We're talking about security and compliance. Synthesia really leads the pack here with stuff like built-in watermarking to prove authenticity and compliance with major regulations like GDPR. For the other platforms, managing all that is pretty much up to you. All right, we've gone through the tech specs, we've looked at the workflows, and we've talked about the costs. So now it's time for the final verdict, matching the perfect tool to the right job.
So here it is, the bottom line. It all comes down to your goal. If you are a cinematic storyteller and you want something that looks like it came from a movie set, your champions are Veo 3 and Sora 2. If you need to flood social media with tons of great content like yesterday, then Runway Gen-3 is your tool. And for any kind of corporate training or global communication, well, Synthesia is just in a class of its own.
And that's really the big takeaway here. These tools aren't just fun little novelties anymore. They're essential. They're multipliers for your productivity and for your creativity. So choosing the right one isn't about finding the single best tool overall. It's about finding the one that's going to amplify your specific needs, your workflow, and your goals.
The technology is officially here. The power is more accessible than it has ever been before. So really, the only question left is the one you see on the screen. What story will you tell?